This is the crossing of the staffs, which means that anybody that is not an officer above may come up to the podium. La Yasha'Allah, which means to Israel. Imajum, which means to stand. Wapunya Hakidam, which means to turn and face the east. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawu, Shabashamayim, Quadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawur, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan, Lanawu, Lakam, Call, Yawam, Wasalakanawu, Kwabawaknawu, Kasalaknawu, Kwabawaknawu, Wala'ah, Tabayaynawu, Bonasaya 1, Abol, Hawashaynawu, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahatapar, La'awalamyum, Aman. The Lord's Prayer in the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Prayer for the Hakak, or the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Baba Kashah, Nathanahu, Hakak, La Rapa'ah, Kol Makalah, Wakol Wadawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, La Hakim, Hamathium, Hakak, Al Rakawat, Hatama Allah, the Gorshan, Ba'ashim Yahushai, the Wadaman. Prayer for the power in the English. Bless you, Slakia. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushai. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out in the name of Yahushai. Thank you. So be it. Prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh. Wa Yahushai. Wam Yaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazabya. Alawap Yahana. Ha'alawapyum. Hazaranyum. Ha'kwadazayanyum. Ha'kayayum. Wa Kwapyum. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushai. The one Aman. Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanan.
Commanding General Yohanan.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayamya.
Al-Hohorim.
Al-Lahorim.
Ma'ayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isariah.
Azariah.
Isariah.
Azariah.
Ma'ayin.
Ma'an.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Asha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'aratazah.
Barakazah.
Al-Yathun.
Al-Yatham.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regolka.
Laguaka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Banawam.
Shamarka.
Shamoraka.
Hana.
Ana.
La'ah.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Bayawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'a.
Yoyashun.
Yashum.
Shawamar.
Shalamor.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamoraka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazolka.
Zorka.
Al.
Al.
Yad.
Gad.
Yumyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yamawam.
Hashamash.
Ashamash.
La'ah.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Lakaka.
Wayirak.
Wayarak.
Wal Ya'ala.
Waya'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamaraka.
Makol.
Makal.
Rai.
Rad.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
At Napashka.
Ad Napashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'atka.
Tasa Asaka.
Wabu'aka.
Babaka Akuka.
Ma'aita.
Ma'aita.
Wa'ai.
La'ai.
Awalam.
Alamam.
Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber or sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim,
Allahayim,
all Damayah,
all Thamiyah,
Lakah,
Lakah,
all Thakarash,
all Paparash,
Wa'ol,
Wa'al,
Dashakwat,
Lishakwat,
all
all
Kayab,
Hayah,
Hana,
Anah,
Awayabyaka,
Amunakukla,
Yahama,
Yahweh,
Yawan,
Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Imaka,
Al Yamak,
Ya'ariyamwa,
Awayamya,
Suwada,
Sawat,
Wayathan,
Toita,
Ya'aitazua,
Ma'aituzwa,
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Al Tazabun Yawamyaka,
Amarawa,
Amara,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanaki Dum,
Laki Dum,
Wagoya,
Lagoy,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Yazakar,
Ezekar,
Sham,
Sham,
Yasha'ala,
Yasha Allah,
Iwada,
Lawada,
Kaya,
Hayah,
Nawaitazawa,
your white is a word,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Lakadwa,
Al Yaka,
Al Yakwa,
Barya,
Barya,
Yakarahwa,
Yokarakwa,
Ahoya,
Ahoya,
Adawam,
Alawum,
Wayashamai,
Wayashamai,
Alayum,
Alayawum,
Mawa'aba,
Wala'ab,
Wahagarian,
Walagor,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'amawan,
Ma'amuan,
Wa'amalak,
Amalak,
Halashah,
Abushat,
Ain,
Ain,
Yashabia,
Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam,
Gam,
Ashawar,
Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Alawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawam,
Zarawai,
Zorawai,
Labanya,
Labamya,
Lawat,
Lawat,
Selah,
Selah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Nahum,
Kamadian,
Kamadia,
Kasa Yasara,
Kasa Adira,
Kayabian,
Kanyabian,
Banaka'o,
Baraka'ah,
Kayashawan,
Yashawan,
Nashamadwa,
Yashamadwa,
Ba'ayan Da'ara,
the Ayim, the Ora,
Hayawa,
Haywa,
Damun,
the Mun,
La'adama,
Maladan,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nara,
Nara,
Yabmawa,
Yad Madwa,
Ka'ira,
Ka'ira,
Wakaza'aba,
Waka Sa'aba,
Wakazabak,
Waka Sabak,
Wakatazor,
Waka Sazor,
Manai,
Manai,
Ko,
Call,
Nasa Yakamwa.
Nasi Yakamwa,
Ashar,
Ashur,
Amarawa,
Amarawa,
Slaki. Slaki. No, you're Rashad.
Shah,
Lanawa.
Lanel,
Nawawat.
Nawak,
Alahayam.
Alahayam,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Shaithamwa.
Shayatamla,
Kagogola.
Kagogola,
Kakwash.
Kakwash,
Lapanya.
Lampanya,
Rawaka.
Rawaka,
Ka'ash.
Kaash,
Kaba'ira.
Kabaira,
Ya'ira.
Yaira,
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahaba,
Talahat.
Talahat,
Haryam.
Harayam,
Khan.
Khan,
Dardatma.
Tharadatma,
Basa Irika.
Asa Agrika,
Wabasa.
Wabasa,
Wapathka.
Wapaska,
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam,
Mala'a.
Mala'a,
Panyaham.
Panyaham,
Palawan.
Palawan,
Wayabakashwa.
Wayabakashwa,
Shimka.
Shimka,
Yahawa.
Yahau,
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa,
Wayaba'owa.
Wayabaol,
Idea.
Ai,
Ai. Wayakaparwa.
Wayakapara,
Wayabadwa.
Wayabad,
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadai,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Atha.
Atha,
Shimka.
Shimka,
Yahawa.
Yahau,
Labarka.
Labaka,
Al Yawan.
Al Yawan,
All.
All,
Call.
Call,
Ha'aratazah.
Ha'aratazah.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thou silence, O my power.
Keep not thy silence, O my power.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O my power.
And be not still, O my power.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make it tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
and let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more in remembrance.
may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Cabal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
A sword also is joined with them.
A sword is also joined with them.
They have opened the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot,
Selah.
saying, Lot,
Do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Ammonites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished in Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
Make their nobles like Oreb,
and like Zeeb.
and like Zeeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zeba,
as Zeba,
and as Zamunna,
and as Zamunda,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of the Most High power in possession.
the house of the Most High power in possession.
O my power,
O my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as they stumble before the wind,
as the fire burneth a wood,
as the fire burneth the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid of thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High
art the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Prayer for the curses in the English. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are ye, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
in the name of Yahweh Shai,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now,
right now.
send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen
that speak against us thy prophets,
that speak against us thy prophets,
the teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite brothers,
and the school.
and the schools.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose the treasure
and shake loose the treasure
of the rich of Israel
of the rich of Israel
that refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the Edomites,
to the Edomites,
and the nations,
and the nations,
and their drug dealers,
and the drug dealers,
the court
the
system,
court systems,
the prison
the
system,
prison systems,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinheads,
Posse Comitazi,
Hazikomatazi,
the gay movement,
gay movement,
the lesbian
the
movement,
lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space program,
NASA space program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet
open up the airways,
and the airways,
and the airways,
the cable access channels,
the cable access channel,
and the radio channels.
and the radio channel.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people
Convict the spirit of any of thy people
that seek to stop us,
that seek to stop us,
and bring swift destruction to all the heathen
and bring swift destruction to all the heathen
that stand in the way
that stand in the way,
or try to stop us from broadcasting your words
or will try to stop us from broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro
Cause them to go to and fro
through the earth and consume them.
through the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shai,
Let Yahweh,
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucers
come down with the flying saucers
and punish all the heathens
and punish all the heathens
that come up against us
that come up against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause to be known
Cause it to be known
by all
by all
That is the angels that have done it.
That it is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread
Through the media. Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always.
Always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sar. Which means to turn. Yeshabia, which means to be seated. We are going to be in 2 Samuel chapter 10 and verse 15 in the Blue Letter Bible.
Is that the Old Testament?
It's the Old Testament.
You said tell me what?
It's 2 Samuel.
I'm sorry.
2 Samuel 10 and 15, but we're going to be reading it in the Hebrew first. So you won't be looking in there right now. I mean, you can look, but you won't be able to follow along in the Hebrew.
Huh.
So, okay. All right, 2 Samuel chapter 10, verse 15 in the Hebrew. Wayarah. It's like you don't say it. Aram, Kaya, Naga, Lapanya, Yasha'ala, Wa Ya Amapwa. It's like it. Wa Ya Asapwa, Yakad, verse 16. Wa Yashalak. Ha Dada Izar. Wa Yataza. Ath. Aram. Ashar. My bar. Hanahar. Wayabawa. Kayalam. Washabak. Shar. Tazabah. Ha Dada Izar. Lapanyahum. Or 17. Wayagad. La Dawada. Sa. Wayasap. Ah. Call. Yasha'ala. Wayaibar. Ah. Ha Yaradan. Wayaba. Kalama, Waya Irakwa, Arum, Lakwarath, Dawada, Waya Lakmawu, Aimawu, verse 18, Waya Nas, Arum, Mapanya, Yasha'ala, Wa Yarag, Dawada, Ma'arum, Shabai, Ma'awath, Rakab, Wa Arabayim, Alap, Parashium, Wa'at, Shawabak, Shar, Tazabawu, Hakah, Wayamath, Sham, verse 19, Wayarawa, Call, Hamalakyum, Ibadya, Ha Dada Izar, Kaya, Nagakwa, Lapanya, Yasha'ala, Wa Yashalamwa, Yasha'ala, Waya Ibadwum, Waya Rawa, Arum, Lawashai, Iwad, Banya, Imawan, Pa, 2 Samuel 11:1. Wa Yahaya, Lathashwabath, Hashanah, La'ith, Taza'ath, Hamalakium, Wa Yashalak, Dawada, Yawa'aba, Wa'ath, Ibad Yawu, Imawu, Wa'ath, Call, Yasha'ala, Wa Yashakathwa, like Banya, Imawan, Wa Yatazarwa, Al, Rabah, Wa Dawda, Yawashab, Vayar Washalam. Sa, verse 2. Wa Yahaya La'ith Hairab Wayaquam Dawudah Ma'al Mashakabwa Wayathalak Al Bagah Bayath Hamalak Wayara Ashah Rakatazath Ma'al Hagab Wa'ashah Sawabath Mara'ah Ma'ad. All right, clap that up. All right, now we're going to get it in English. Slovakian. All right, 2 Samuel chapter 10, verse 15 in the English. And when the Syrians saw that they were smitten before Israel, they gathered themselves together. 16. And Hadazer sent and brought out the Syrians that were beyond the river, and they came to Helam, and Shobak, the captain of the host of Hadazer, went before them. 17. And when it was told David, he gathered all Israel together and passed over Jordan and came to Elam. And the Syrians set themselves in array against David and fought with him. 18. And the Syrians fled before Israel, and David slew the men of 700 chariots of the Syrians and 40,000 horsemen, and smote Shobak, the captain of their host, who died there. 19. And when all the kings that were servants that Hadazer saw that they were smitten before Israel, they made peace with Israel and served them. So the Syrians feared to help the children of Ammon anymore. 2 Samuel 11:1. And it came to pass, after the year was expired, at the time when kings go forth to battle, that David sent Joab and his servants with him, and all Israel, and they destroyed the children of Ammon, and besieged Rabbah. But David tarried still at Jerusalem. Verse 2. And it came to pass in an evening tide that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself. And the woman was very beautiful to look upon. 3. And David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, Is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? Verse 4. And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. You understand? So David went out and seen a sister that he thought was, just absolutely beautiful, was stunning, a sister that he just had to have. He had to try to, spit some game at, which of course he's the king. So how is he not going to get this woman? Well, come to find out that this woman was the property of another man. And yet because of the lust of King David, he decided to still go and lay with this woman. Slacky.
It's okay, Neil. Hey, Shalom, how come you over? Church of the dog? Good, man. Let's see.
You want to take the head of the service, Cat?
No, I'm set up the TikTok.
Okay. So,
And then I'll get up there with you.
well, the phone's got to charge. It said.
No, you got to charge the cord while it's on the stand.
Oh, okay. Okay. Slack.
Down to the sides right now.
Right. I'm over here doing it the old-fashioned way, like a barbarian. So like you. And with King David doing that, like don't think he was right for doing it just because her husband was out at war or because he's the king over the entire nation. Like that's still a sin unto the Lord to go and lay with another man's wife. And it doesn't matter who it is that you are, the laws of God apply to everybody. You don't get a pass just because you are a priest of God, because you're a prophet, because you're the king, because you are the Lord's anointed. Like all of us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, were chosen by God to be his special people, yet you don't get a pass for breaking the laws. You don't get to slide. Verse 5. And the woman conceived and sent and told David and said, I am with child. You know what I'm saying? So while this sister's husband was off at war, fighting battles for the children of Israel, vanquishing the enemies who would seek to destroy us, you understand? This woman got pregnant. Like now how is she going to explain this to her husband? Just like you brothers, you go off to war for America, and then your wife decides to go and be a whore and sleep around because she's feeling lonely, she's feeling vulnerable or weak, or whatever excuse it is that she comes up with. Now, how are you going to accept that child when she pops up pregnant? My brothers that have been locked up for the Lord knows how long, and their girl pops up pregnant. Like you're just going to accept that, that she stimulated her Botham gland and was able to get pregnant by herself, or whatever nonsense it is our people come up with in the earth today. Verse 6, and David sent to Joab, saying, send me Uriah the Hittite. And Joab sent Uriah to David. Verse 7, and when Uriah was come unto him, David demanded of him how Joab did, and how the people did, and how the war prospered. Verse 8, and David said to Uriah, go down to thy house, and wash thy feet. And Uriah departed out of the king's house, and there followed him a mess of meat from the king. Verse 9, but Uriah slept at the door of the king's house with all the servants of his lord, and went not down to his house. So King David came up with some kind of genius plan in his mind to call this brother back from war and to try to have him go down and sleep with his wife so he can play the pregnancy off like, oh, well, it was Uriah's baby. I didn't get the woman pregnant. He recently laid with her. It's around the time frame of her pregnancy and all that. So he wouldn't be caught for the sin it is that he had committed. You understand? But Uriah being a soldier, And the nation at a time of war, instead of him going down and abandoning his brothers, abandoning his duties to this nation and going and becoming unclean and, you know.
If I could real quick, say something real quick. And that's a lot of times when women are the most fertile and the most horny.
Right.
It's when they're most fertile. Right after like a week or like the week after their flower, that's the time where they want it the most, and that's when they can get pregnant the most.
Right.
So she was, quicker to probably cheat on her husband around that time and be a whore.
Right.
And get pregnant at the same time.
Right.
So. No, I'm just getting everything together. I was really listening to you for a second. That's what I saw.
Oh, okay. And that's a heavy point Cap brings out. You understand? Because on top of that, on top of her, them hormones flowing and her being willing to cheat, I mean, the king came to her. A rich man, one that everybody knows of, came to her and said that he wanted her. So how could she not? Just like you Kiki Palmers out there, when you have a closeted sodomite come and sing to you, you just have to jump on it. Like that's Usher. How could you not fall for that? How, like, those are riches beyond your wildest imaginations. Imagine the fame you'll get for being with this man. Meanwhile, he'll give you a STD. Right. Like, meanwhile, you've destroyed your family just because of what?
15 minutes of fame?
Right. You understand? Because you couldn't control your lusts. You couldn't control your desires. Verse 10. And when they had told David, saying, Uriah went not down unto his house, David said unto Uriah, Camest thou not from thy journey? Why then didst thou not go down unto thine house? Verse 11. And Uriah said unto David, The ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife? As thou livest and as thy soul liveth, I will not do this thing. And so Uriah let King David know, like, my brothers are out in battle. Like they are out there fighting for this nation, ensuring that, nobody is able to overcome us, is able to put us into captivity. And while they're out at battle, I'm supposed to go down and enjoy a home-cooked meal. Like, I'm supposed to go in and lie with my wife, which would further keep him from his brothers because he'd be unclean. So it's not like he can lay with her and then go back out to the field of battle, in the same day. Like, you gotta, like, we have laws on cleanliness in this nation. So it's like, how can I go out and do that when my brothers are out of battle? Like, they don't get to have the same experience as I do. They aren't at home with their wives. They aren't enjoying a home cooked meal, even though they would like one. So like in his mind, he was still, out on the battlefield. He was still with his brothers in spirit. Verse 12. And David said to Uriah, Tarry here today also, and tomorrow I will let thee depart. So Uriah abode in Jerusalem that day and the morrow. Verse 13. And when David had called him, he did eat and drink before him, and he made him drunk. And at even he went out to lie on his bed with the servants of his Lord, but went not down to his house. And so King David, thinking that if he got this brother drunk, then of course he would, he would fall weak and go home to his wife, right, and lay with her. You understand? Which, of course, I mean, isn't that what brothers do when they get a little too much drink in them? They want to go home to their wives. They want to lay with her. They want to be comforted. Like, is that not the natural thing to do? So why would this brother not go and do that? Well, the simple answer is he's a soldier.
Yeah, he slept outside.
Right.
You got brothers they don't got everything perfect. They can't go to sleep.
Right.
If they ain't got the music playing,
right,
the sound and the
Humidity's too high.
Yeah, humidity. But he slept outside. You know, and then the other brothers were sleeping outside too. Let you know how we was getting down. And there's warfare.
Right. Verse 14. And it came to pass in the morning that David wrote a letter to Joab and sent it by the hand of Uriah. 15. And he wrote in the letter, saying, Set ye Uriah in the forefront of the hottest battle, and retire ye from him, that he may be smitten and die. So since King David couldn't, cover up his sin by having his brother go and lay with his wife, he conspired to have him unalive. You understand? So, I mean, hell, whenever this happens, once the brother does eventually be unalive, then King David can just take this woman that he got pregnant as his wife. Just allow the little time of mourning for her husband to pass, and then he's in the clear. You understand? He's good to go.
Right.
Verse 17. And the men of the city went out and fought with Joab, and there fell some of the people of the servants of David. And Uriah the Hittite died also. Verse 18. Then Joab sent and told David all the things concerning the war. Verse 19. And charged the messenger, saying, When thou hast made an end of telling the matters of the war unto the king. 20. And if so be that the king's wrath arise, and he say unto thee, Wherefore approached ye so nigh unto the city when ye did fight? Knew ye not that they would shoot from the wall? 21. Who smote Abimelech the son of Jerubasheth? Did not a woman cast a piece of a millstone upon him from the wall, that he died in Thebez? Why went ye nigh the wall? Then say thou, Thy servant Uriah the Hittite is dead also. So of course, this brother thinking ahead, thinking of how it is that, of course, he's going to be questioned, how it could be checked, because like the brother already knew it was a poor strategy to just send the men in and to have them unalive just by trying to go against this wall of this city, which lost many brothers' lives. You understand? But yet he had basically an answer to make everything, all the lives that was lost, all of it okay, which was that this man that the king wanted unalive is now unalive. Now King David can do as he pleases, which of course, like, you look in these scriptures, like, that's why he brought up like, did you not know that they would shoot from the wall? I brought up how it is his brother had a stone thrown upon his head and was unalive. Like, the stories in these scriptures, it's for our learning, not only when it comes to our families, our communities, our nation, but when it comes to war as well. Like, we got to take these examples that are given to us, these examples that are given to us, and we have to learn them. Like, every other nation in this earth, they make sure that they know their history. Like, they make sure that they know everything that has ever gone on with their people, to ensure that their culture and their history as a nation is never lost. But yet, when it comes to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're okay with letting our history go, with not understanding what it is that our nation has gone through. We are willing to lose our culture if it means that we can be accepted and loved by every nation. Right. When the ISUPK, we don't give a damn who accepts us. Like, we take this culture right here, and we would much rather be unalive than to turn our backs on it, than to forget the lessons that are in these scriptures for our people and our people alone. verse 20. Slaki. 22.
What are we reading from?
Book of 2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 22.
Go ahead, go to that. Go to 2 Samuel. You need Bibles? There's a hymn on one of the swords under here. There should be one in the second drawer. 2 Samuel. If you need a bigger one, we got bigger ones too. If you want a bigger Bible. This is
cool.
Say what we're reading from again also.
2 Samuel, chapter 11, verse 22.
Yeah, because it's getting heavy in here, so we need to get to scriptures.
Right.
This right here is a heavy breakdown. What the brother is breaking down. Like basically, what he's breaking down is what happens in every ghetto, in every hood, all over the country.
Right.
Brothers beefing over a woman.
Right.
Brothers plotting over a woman.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That happens in every ghetto, every movie, every conflict, between brothers in our nation. I remember I was watching something where is in the Amazon, and there was some because there'll be some the oppressor, he still be going in the Amazon and like destroying villages even to this day, just so he can like cut the wood down in the area. So sometimes they be having to run and leave their village. So they ran into some. It was a couple of them. They didn't have no clothes or nothing because they had to leave their village, and they've been living out in the forest for like I think he said for like years since he was a kid, because their village got destroyed and they had to go just go off and make a new one in the middle of the forest. So they'd be hungry all the time. They sleeping in the weather and the conditions, mosquitoes, every bug biting them. They just become damn near impervious to all of that because you out there with barely any clothes, and every single bug is mosquito is biting you. Over years, you just be like, shit, I don't even feel it no more. So that's how they was living. But they got this. They ran into another village where there was some devils with cameras and stuff. So they were trying to communicate with them and talk to them. So they started communicating, like trade with them, give them some clothes and give them some food and stuff. A lot of times you be seeing them videos where the Amazons have no clothes. It's not because they don't want no clothes. It's because they've been ran off. And when you in the Amazon, your clothes get wet. There's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? It just gets wet and disintegrates and stuff like that over years if you don't got no way to get new clothes. So they wanted clothes. So they gave them some clothes, and they was kind of working with them and talking with them and letting them kick it with them and stuff like that, feeding them. And the dude who was from the Amazon, his girl was I don't know if she was sleeping with or flirting with, probably was sleeping with his brother or his best friend or something. And he was like super, distraught about it. You know what I mean? Like super depressed about it and everything. And it's like, damn, you went through all that, having to live in the forest for years, sleeping outside, going through all that hell, and not eating, and then just to get out and be able to, connect with some people just for your girl to cheat on you. You see what I'm saying? So that's how horrible adultery is. Right. That's why the Lord said not to sleep with your brother's woman. And that's why it's wrong when the president, you ain't got a ring on it. All these songs on the radio right now. Right. You ain't got no man. What that mean to me? And all this stupid stuff that they got these singers and stuff promoting is against the Lord. That's why the law says your commandments is important. You understand? That's why they ask, where are all the women at? How come you ain't got a whole bunch of women all over the place? We got plenty of women, but they just know their place. Right. You see what I'm saying? Their place ain't among all the brothers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Their place is amongst helping the people and helping and being with their husbands. The scripture says, if you and a woman have a question, ask your husband at home. That's the right decency and order. But instead, they got all the women everywhere. Next thing you know, women are flirting with different dudes and sleeping with different dudes and all this and that. Oh, I slept with him, but I didn't want to be with him. I really want to be with this one. Right. That's not how this nation gonna work. Shit ain't gonna work like that. You know what I'm saying? Anything like that, it never gonna be gonna fly in here. In that Christian church, in these different religions that may fly, and these different organizations that may fly, but they never gonna fly in here. So all the people who be watching us and wondering where all our women at, they with their husbands or with their fathers or where they supposed to be. Right. I see where y'all women is at. Y'all women dancing with Usher. Right. That's where your woman at. She outside. Right. Your woman outside. So this is a good scripture that lets you know like that stuff been happening for a long time. You can never let it happen. It's gonna destroy any brotherhood, any type of family, any type of nation. It turned the king against his own men. Right. and it would have turned his own men against the king. So how much more so brothers and everybody else? So adultery is extremely wrong. And anytime it's a sister that got a man, you want to holler at her, ask her, you got a man? You sleeping with somebody? You got a man? You got to ask her and make sure. And if she like, oh, well, I'm dating you and I'm dating somebody else, and I just tell her, no sweat, sis, I'll make your choice easy for you. Go ahead and date the other guy.
Right.
You cannot be a part of no love triangles in the UPK. That is against the scriptures.
Right.
So just bringing that out.
I'm saying Salaki Cap, like, and the earth knows that it's wrong because the brothers that are sleeping with another man's wife, they wouldn't want it to be done to them.
Yeah.
Like there's a brother in my slave, he tells me about how it is that he sleeps with other men's wives, and yet at the same time he'll say like he'll unalive anybody that even looks at his woman wrong. Like if they even touch his woman, like he is going to prison for life over her. Because he wouldn't want it to be done to him, but yet you'll go and you'll do it to another brother. Yeah. Like that just shows the hypocrisy in America, the hypocrisy in the religions that we follow as a nation.
And we TikTok live, so you only can say a certain amount of words. So go ahead, but I'll stop you if you start saying something you can't say on TikTok.
Oh, I was just gonna say, now it's this comment that married couples, they outside of the brotherhood,
people
like
in the world,
they just gone accustomed to where she gonna cheat, he gonna cheat, and they still gonna remain together.
Yeah. That's 100% true, and it's 100% wrong. You know what I mean? A man can have multiple wives, but a woman cannot sleep with another man. Right. Now, a man can commit adultery too. Let's say a man is married to a woman, but he sleep with a married woman, then that's adultery too.
Right.
And she can divorce him from that biblically. Or if she find out she like TD Jakes, and he a power bottom, yeah. she can divorce him for that too, because that's adultery and that's fornication, unlawful sex. You know what I'm saying? So, what you're saying is right. We need these law and order. We need these rules, laws, statutes, and commandments. Orders. There's nothing we can build. And I'll give a damn how much financial advice you have, how many damn degrees you have, right. How many damn 401ks you have, or loans, or business loans, all that, anything, knowledge you teaching, stop the violence, put down the guns, put up the gloves, all that ain't gonna mean nothing when a brother don't know not to sleep with another man's woman.
Right.
Because guess what? Even if they put the firearms down and pick the gloves up, they still gonna try to unalive each other with the gloves on, or take the gloves off and use something else. Right. So you just gotta stop wickedness at its core, which is the law, statutes, commandments. That's why the scriptures say, wisdom will be the stability of thy times. The only thing that's gonna keep us afloat and keep us in power is gonna be our wisdom that we learned here from the Israelite School of UPK. People in the world, they're gonna have this wisdom. When stuff get tough, stuff get hard, all their brotherhoods is gonna break apart. All they families and stuff, everything's gonna break apart. They're not gonna be there for each other. And when it gets rough, guess what? We're gonna be there for each other because we know the law, statutes, commandments. I know I never do look at his woman and sleep with his woman or nothing like that. He knows the same for me, so we can trust each other around each other. Right. But dude in the world, you can't trust it. Hey man, it's going down. We need to go out at night and go do something, make a run to go save somebody. You gotta stay here with my woman. No. You can't do that with somebody in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't do that with nobody. See what I mean? Except you in the truth. You know what I mean? Brothers who know the law, statutes, commandments, and they know the Most High see it. So let's get it popping. Go ahead, keep going. You breaking it down heavy.
Some pick up from 2 Samuel chapter 11 verse 22. Book the show.
Go ahead. Read for that.
Come. So the messenger went and came and shewed David all that Jacob had sent him for. 23. And the messenger said unto David, surely the men prevailed against us, and came out unto us into the field, and we were upon them even unto the entering of the gate. Verse 24. And the shooters shot from off the wall.
Stop right there 1 second. Let me address a comment real quick. Why y'all working on the Sabbath? You know, reading the scriptures where the priests work on the Sabbath?
Right.
Where the priest did a service on the Sabbath. Christ healed on the Sabbath.
Right.
So what are you talking about? You got to get deeper in your scriptures, brother. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 24. And the shooter shot from off the wall upon thy servants, and some of the king's servants be dead. And thy servant Uriah and Hittite is dead also. Verse 25. Then David said unto the messenger, Thus shalt thou say unto Joab.
Hold on a sec. So I say you on TikTok. That's commerce. TikTok. You on TikTok right now watching it. What are you talking about? I'm trying to say basically if you're on TikTok, you buying and selling on the Sabbath.
Right.
Let me break this down for you buying and selling on the Sabbath. Well, if you're buying and selling, that's not cooking or nothing like that. That's doing business. That's running your business. When you go to the Walmart, do you buy and sell at Walmart? No, you just buy. The person who runs Walmart, it will be on them to shut down Walmart on the Sabbath because they're buying and selling.
Right.
They're buying merchandise, putting in the store, and selling it, buying and selling. The laws of the Sabbath is talking about when you own a business, you are to shut your business down on the Sabbath. You're not to force your workers to come in on Sabbath because that's their day of rest.
Right.
Basically like how America treats Sunday. A lot of businesses are closed on Sunday. That's how the Sabbath would be in the kingdom. Basically, a lot of businesses would be closed on the Sabbath. That's all it is. Unless you got a business that don't need no workers and it's like an automatic business. You know what I mean? Even then, buying and selling. But it's the spirit behind it is to not have your people slaving 7 days a week. Because the Lord worked 6 days and he rested the seventh. So in honor of that, that's why we work 6 days and rest on the seventh. That's what this law, that's what that's talking about. So don't be saying, oh, you shouldn't be teaching the scriptures on the Sabbath. You're supposed to teach on the Sabbath. You're supposed to be a holy congregation on the Sabbath. It means everybody's supposed to come together on the Sabbath. That's in Leviticus 23. So go ahead, keep it going. Keep breaking down how you was doing, all right. You doing a great job.
Go ahead, Steve.
Come. 2 Samuel 11, verse 25, mid-verse. Let not this thing displease thee, for the sword devoureth one as well as another. Make the battle more strong against the city.
So basically, after he came there and said, look, a lot of brothers got unalived in the battle. Even some prominent brothers, like some mighty brothers who wouldn't really usually would happen. But the main one that you know what I'm saying, such and such, he also died. That was their little code. That was his way to tell them, like, I did the order. Because they in front of when you get your report, you're in front of the council. So he gave his report in front of all the captains and the officers and generals, and he got to tell them. And Uriah the Hittite also died, letting them know, like, trying to tell the king, like, I did what you wanted. I put him in the front line. Then he gonna say, well, the sword devoured one just like he devoured another. Basically, like, what's that saying on the meme? Niggas die every day, B.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically what he's telling. People get unalived every day. And that's how cold it was, man. That's how cold it was against your own brother behind you wanting to be with his woman.
Right.
That's a wicked thing that day. Go ahead.
Make the battle more strong against the city, and overthrow it, and encourage thou him through him. Like verse 26. And when the wife of Uriah heard that Uriah, her husband, was dead, she mourned for her husband.
Don't cry now. I mean, it's what you did to him. You did that to him when you did what you did.
Right.
So it was a very evil, very wicked thing that happened that day in the nation.
Verse 27. And when the morning was past, David sent and fetched her to his house, and she became his wife, and bare him a son.
And Salakia, like Cap said, don't cry now. Like, she went and she remarried that fast. Like, she didn't give a damn about her late husband. about the struggles it is that they went through as a couple, about all the memories it is that they had built. You understand? Like that meant nothing to this woman. And that goes to show, just like back then, brothers had to be careful with the woman it is that they chose to be their wife. You have to do the same thing today. Like don't get caught out here lacking just because your woman is promiscuous, because she wants to fulfill every lust under the sun. Like you gotta be diligent with choosing a wife in the earth today. And you look at everything on social media, you can see that that's clear. Like with all the unaliving of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian babies, with all the videos you can find of men crying outside of what used to be their house with what used to be their woman inside with her new husband. You understand? While she took everything from him, meanwhile she was the one that committed adultery. Like all the videos of brothers unaliving their ex-wives and her new husband, like you have to be careful, otherwise your life is going to be ruined on every aspect. She'll take your wealth, your home, your family. Hell, she'll cause for you to take your life if your spirit is weak enough. That's why you have to come into the ISUPK so you can learn how to choose a wife. So that spirit that you have can be built up to be strong enough that if your wife does go out and become promiscuous, you won't want to unalive her. You won't want to unalive yourself. Your life won't go to hell over it. Like that's how important this organization is. Not only do we repair families, but we teach brothers how to build them.
Right.
Go ahead.
Don't come and bear him a son. But the thing that David had done displeased the Lord.
And even though nobody knew that David went out and committed adultery. He did that secretly. Like, but yet the Lord seen the sin that this brother committed. The Lord seen how he plotted against his brother, the same brother that was fighting for him, that was fighting to ensure that the nation of Israel remained safe.
All right. There's one cup over here. We need to get another cup from in here. Go ahead.
In a sense, to ensure that this nation stayed safe. Nobody knew about his plots and schemes. It didn't get out there to the people, but yet the Lord seen that sin, and it angered the Lord. And just so you know, even today there is judgment for brothers and sisters committing sin in this earth. Like it's not, none of it just gets brushed under the rug. It's not a secret between you and God. Like there is consequences for your actions. And if for the past 400 years, if we haven't realized that, I mean, maybe you've been following the wrong leaders. Maybe you've been in the wrong religions because you don't understand that. Maybe you need to come into the ISUPK and learn about God, learn about the Most High, and learn how to change your life. Because what we've been doing for the past 4+ centuries, it hasn't worked out. And guess what? It will never work out for our people. Go ahead.
Come. 2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord sent Nathan unto David, and he came unto him, and said unto him, there were 2 men in one city, the rich one and the other poor. Verse 2. The rich man had exceeding many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing save one little ewe lamb, which he had bought and nourished up, and it grew up together with him, and it was his children. It did eat of his own meat, and drank of his own cup, and lay in his bosom, and was unto him as a daughter. Verse 4. And there came a traveler unto the rich man, and he spared to take of his own flock and of his own herd, to dress for the wayfaring man. that was come unto him, but took the poor man's lamb and dressed it for the man that was and dressed it for the man that was come to him. Verse 5. And David's anger was greatly kindled against the man. And he said to Nathan, as the Lord liveth, the man that hath done this thing shall surely die. Verse 6. And he said, and he shall restore the lamb fourfold, because he did this thing, and because he had no pity. Verse 7. And Nathan said to David, thou art the man. Thus said the Lord God of Israel, I anointed thee king of Israel, king over Israel, and I delivered thee out of the hand of Saul. Verse 8. And I gave thee thy master's house, and thy master's wives unto thy bosom, and gave thee the house of Israel and of Judah. And if that had been too little, I would moreover have given unto thee such and such things.
See, this is the Lord is telling him, I gave you all these things, and if you would have wanted more, I would have even gave you more. See, that's another reason when the scriptures say you have not because you ask not, and you ask not because you ask amiss. Like a lot of brothers don't even pray to the Most High for these things you want in righteousness. Like you can pray to the Most High for multiple wives in righteousness. Like if you're going to lead them the right way, you're going to have to deal with their responsibility and all of that, or you're going to, you want to push forward the kingdom and this and that with this and with that. The Lord will give you anything if you're going to do it like the right way. The Lord ain't going to give you another man's wife. The Lord ain't going to give you something that's wicked. But if you ask for something in righteousness, the Lord Most High give it to you. Pray to the Most High. You know what I mean? He told David, if you would have wanted more, I would have gave you more. David probably never didn't think of that. That's probably why the Lord told him that. You know what I mean? David, he should have prayed for a female that turned him on as much as that one did or something. You know, at least it would have never been in wickedness.
Right.
And the Lord would have gave it to him. So, you know what I mean? It's a heavy thing that, looking back. Go ahead.
I just want to say the spirit of lust is real strong on the brothers.
It's always been. Yeah. Go ahead. We'll keep going.
Go with Con. 2 Samuel chapter 12, verse 9. Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Lord to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah.
And if I could, real quick, let me say this for the TikTok audience. All right, we have the live classes where we interact with and have questions with the chat every Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. and every Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. All 200-some people let you know. So go to this channel Monday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for like interactions where we answer all questions. All the questions in the chat we'll answer. Right now is a Sabbath service, so it already has a flow of how it goes. It's not like an open class like a normal class day. It's a Sabbath service. It's supposed to be Sabbath service is supposed to be serious. The Lord said it's a solemn assembly. Solemn mean it's heavy, it's serious, it's about something important. We're not playing games here.
Right.
Sabbath service is not about joking around, having fun, and talking crap and all this and that, and answering questions. Sabbath service is about honoring the Lord.
Right.
Go
ahead.
2 Samuel 12, 9. Wherefore hast thou despised the commandment of the Lord to do evil in his sight? Thou hast killed Uriah the Hittite with the sword, and hast taken his wife to be thy wife, and hast slain him with the sword, the children of Ammon.
Yeah, it says so this prophet that the Lord had sent to King David, he let him know, like, you may not have been the one to slay Uriah. It wasn't by your actual hand that you drove a sword through him or shot him with an arrow, but yet you planned to have this brother unalive. Like you set the conditions so that this man would be taken, so that he would sleep with his fathers. And that goes to show for the brothers out there who have whatever shady dealings. If you set a brother up, like you did it yourself. Like it's not just on the brother or sister that you hired to commit the crime. Like it's on you as well, and you will be judged for it by the Lord. Like that's once again, that's why it's so important that we come into the ISUPK and learn what brotherhood is truly about. Are you gonna throw your life away for absolutely nothing? Over what? Some woman who sleeps with everybody? You're gonna throw it away for what? $10 for $100? Whatever it is that this person owes you, or what you think that they owe you, you're gonna throw your life away for that. You're gonna risk the judgment of the Lord just for that. Like, you know how ridiculous that sounds. And that's all because religions have taught our people that God forgives you for everything, and that he loves you no matter what it is that you do. No matter what disgusting acts you commit in the earth, he's going to always love and forgive you. And when you pass, you're going to be welcomed into his warm embrace. When in reality, you're going to be put back into the earth in a worse condition than you were in before. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 10. Now therefore, the sword shall never depart from thine house, because thou hast despised me, and hast taken the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be thy wife. Verse 11. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will rise up evil against thee out of thine own house, and I will take thy wives before thine eyes, and give them unto thy neighbor, and he shall lie with thy wives in the sight of this son.
And that's exactly what happens to brothers today. Like, if you find enjoyment with going out and sleeping with another man's wife, like, you have a woman that you put so much value on that you would unalive somebody for if they went and slept with her, or even looked at her in a way that you didn't like the Lord is going to cause for her to go out and now sleep with everybody. Like that's like the judgment of the Lord. It's so.
Scripture say you reap what you sow.
Yeah, come on. Like it's so fitting, because you love them type of women, and now the woman that you truly love, that you would die for, that you would unalive for, now she's going to go out and she's going to destroy you by sleeping with everybody. And that's a lesson that we have to learn as a people. And the scriptures also say that you love promiscuous women. Not only is your wife going to go out and be that, but your daughters as well. Like, you've destroyed your family by loving them kind of women. It may not happen now. It may not happen a year from now, 5 years. 5 years, what? Like 10 years maybe, but it's going to happen.
Happen like a thief in the night when you least expect it.
It's going to happen. You can't escape the judgment of the Lord. And us as a nation, like, we have to recognize this. We have to really get the truth of these scriptures and the understanding of the spirit behind these scriptures. And that's the only way we can stop all of the abominations that's going on within our nation. Go ahead. Oh, it's like you. Go ahead.
Real quick, if I could, sir, this is really heavy that y'all dropping right now. I would like to say, how should a man act if he catches wife in bed with another man? How is a brother supposed to? How is he supposed to act on that?
You leave her.
I'm just talking about, like, in the coincidence, like when he first see it.
I just gave you the answer. You leave. You leave that woman. Like, you don't go and get a pistol. You don't go get a blade. You don't go get a frying pan or whatever weapon it is that you can find and go and unalive both of them. Like, now is not the time for any of that.
So just
Like there's a whole reason that the nation is under a grace period. It's so that we can get right as a people. Now if we were in our lands, they'd be unalive. Like if we was in our kingdom ruling over everything, they'd be food for the worms. That's what they would become. But because we are in captivity and because we are under a grace period, so that all the nation can get right, you leave that woman, you leave that house. You understand? You settle it. Like if you got a marriage contract, you settle it through the courts. If not, then you just try to get as much of your stuff as possible and you move on with your life. You understand? Lord willing, that sister will see the error of her ways and come into the truth and try to change her life. You understand? Like that's what the whole grace period is about, is us getting right. So she might not be right now, but eventually, Lord willing, she'll be able to get right. She'll see the error of her ways and, teach her daughters not to be as she was in the past.
This is what you do. Call the brothers. When she go to the slavery, we can, like General Muhammad said, we gonna come through with a truck or two. Gonna take all your stuff, put it on a truck, and she gonna come home and look, and everything gonna be gone.
Right.
And you're gonna have a whole new house you living in and all.
Right.
That's what you do. Go ahead.
In the condensed version.
Right.
Go ahead.
kind of.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Come. 2 Samuel 12:12. For thou didst it secretly, but I will do this thing before all Israel and before the sun. 13. And David said unto Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. And Nathan said unto David, the Lord also hath put away thy sin. Thou shalt not die. Verse 14.
Howbeit.
Howbeit. Come on now. Howbeit, because by this deed thou hast given great occasion to the enemies of the Lord to blaspheme, the children also that is born unto thee shall surely die.
You understand? So Nathan let King David know, like, the Lord's not gonna unalive you for your actions, but he's gonna unalive this son that is to be born to you for what it is that you have done. It's like, pick up at verse 15.
Verse 15. Nathan departed unto the house, and the Lord struck the child that Uriah's wife bare unto David. It was very sick.
So the Lord made King David's son very sick, made him ill, because of course, as we learned in the verse before, the Lord was going to take this son from King David. Go ahead.
Verse 16. David therefore besought God for the child, and David fasted and went in and lay all night upon the earth.
And because his son fell sick, David prayed to the Lord. Like he tried to do what he could in order for the Lord to heal this young brother that hasn't had a chance to experience the truth yet. But because David, didn't like take heed onto what it is that Nathan was telling him, he thinks that he can just get out of it. He thinks that he can just get out of it. When the Lord, he's already let you know, like, this is going to happen. Like, there's nothing it is that you can do. And go ahead.
Verse 17. And the elders in his house arose, and they went to him to rise him up from the earth. But he would not, neither did he eat bread with them.
You know what I'm saying? And because, of course, King David was about to lose his son, like, he felt weak. Like, he got sick, he got depressed. Same thing that happens with any brother or sister whenever their child is in a critical condition. Like, they get worried. They can't eat, they can't drink. All their mind does is focus on what if they lose this baby, praying to God that he heals this child from whatever ailment he gave to them. Like it's the same thing King David was going through. Just because he's king, it doesn't make him exempt from, the emotions of every other man. And with that, just the men behind the podium, I imagine.
Yes.
I know it could be too long.
You gotta skip the curses. Let's skip the curses. Or do them off camera after the stream. Yeah, that sounds about right.
La Yasha Allah, which means to Israel. Amajum, which means to stand. Punya Haki Dum, which means to turn, face the east. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawu, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwithka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Pa'aratazah, Kawah, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathan, Lanawu, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Basalak now. Kwabawat now. Kasalak now. Kwabawat now. Mala'ah. Tabayai now. Bonasai one. Abo. Awashai now. Mayun. Right. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Waha Allah. Waha Tapar. La'awlamyum. Aman.
We say in the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Pray for the Hakak, or the power in Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Babakashah. Nathanahu. Hakak. La Rapa'ah. Call Makalah. We'll call Madawa. Hakak. La Ta'or. Hamatazarayim. Hakak. La Hakim. Hamathium. Hakak. Our Rakawat. Hatama Allah. The Garshan. Ba'ashem Yahushai. The water Aman.
Pray for the power in the English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal. All manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean
spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatha Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wam Yaka Allah.
Wa Yaka Allah.
Wa Ahayim.
Wa Ahayim.
Matazabya.
Matazagia.
Alawak Yahana.
Alawak Yahana.
Ha Alawakyam.
Ha Alawakiam.
Hazaranyam.
Hazaranyam.
Ha Quadazayanyam.
Ha Kwatayayim.
Ha Kayayam.
Ha Kayayim.
Wa Quathian.
Wahawakiam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahushai.
The water of man.
The water of man.
Anointed. The prayer for the blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahana.
Commanding General Yahana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahariam.
Al-Hahariam.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah.
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 Ma'aim.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayam.
Shemayam.
Wa'aratazah.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regolka.
Regolka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Ana.
Ana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yeshun.
Yeshun.
Shalomar.
Shalomar.
Yasha'allah.
Yasha'allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazorka.
Tazorka.
Al.
Al.
Yad.
Yad.
Yomyaka.
Yomyaka.
Yomam.
Yomam.
Hashamash.
Ashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Boya'allah.
Boya'allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
McCall.
McCall.
Rai.
Rai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Atnapashka.
Atnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'atka.
Taza'atka.
Wabawaka.
Wabawaka.
Ma'aita.
Ma'aita.
Wa'ai.
Wa'ai.
I will love.
I will love.
Prayer. So Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
Which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time forth
From this time forth
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Allahayim.
Allahayim.
All Damayah.
Al-Tamiyah.
Lakah.
Lakah.
All Fakarash.
Al-Takarash.
Wa'ol.
Ma'al.
Tashakwat.
Dashakwah.
All.
Al.
Kayah.
Kaya.
Hana.
Kaya.
Awayabika.
Awiyabika.
Yahamah.
Yaham.
Yawun.
Yawun.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Amaka.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Yaham.
Sawana.
Sawana.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'aitazawah.
Ya'aitazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Al-Tazapawanika.
Amarawa.
Amarawa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakidam.
Manakidam.
Magoya.
Magoya.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yazakar.
Yazakar.
Sham.
Sham.
Yasha'allah.
Yasha'allah.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa'aitazawa.
Naba'aitazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakabwa.
Al-Yaka.
Al-Yaka.
Barya,
Barya,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarakwa,
Ahoya,
Ahoya,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Willishamai,
Weshamai,
Alayam,
Ayam,
Mawa'aba,
Mawalaba,
Wahagaria,
Wahagaria,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa'aimawan,
Mahagawan,
Wa'aimalak,
Mahalala,
Halashah,
Halasha,
Aim,
Ay,
Jashabia,
Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam,
Gam,
Ashawar,
Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Zarawai,
Yarawai,
Labanya,
Labanya,
Lawat,
Lawat,
Selah,
Selah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Laham,
Laham,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasayasara,
Kashiyasara,
Kayabian,
Kayabia,
Barakal,
Barakal,
Kayashawan,
Kayashawan,
Nashamadwa,
Yashamadwa,
Ba'ayan Da'ara,
Ba'ayadara,
Hayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La'adama,
Layadama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayadamwa,
Nara,
Nara,
Yab Mabu,
Yamawa,
Ka'ira,
Ka'ira,
Wakaza'aba,
Wakazabra,
Wakazabak,
Wakazabak,
Wakatazol,
Wakazol,
Manai,
Manai,
Paul,
Ko,
Nasa Yakamwa,
Nasayakamwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Naya Rashah,
Nayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Na'awa,
Nayawa,
Alayam,
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 Shayathamwa,
Shayadamwa,
Kagogola,
Kagogo,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya,
Lapanya,
Rowakan,
Roka,
Ka'ash,
Kaash,
Tabaira,
Tabaira,
Ya'ira,
Yaira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Haryam,
Haryam,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradakma,
Taradakma,
Basa Irika,
Basa Irika,
Wabasa,
Wabasaka,
Wapathka,
Wapaka,
Tabahalam,
Tabahalam,
Mala'a,
Mala'a,
Panyaham,
Panyaham,
Walawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakashwa,
Wayabakashwa,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yapashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayaba'owa,
Wayabaowa,
Idea,
Idea,
I,
I,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakapara,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Atha,
Anta,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labat,
Labaka,
Labatka,
Labaka,
all your one,
Al Yawan,
all,
Al,
call,
Call,
Ha'aratazah,
Ha'aratazah.
Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
For lo,
thine enemies make a tumult,
Thy enemies make a moat,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their heads.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
come,
and let us cut them off
and let us cut them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of Israel
That the name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
The tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites of Moab
and the Israelites of Moab,
and the Hebrides,
and the Hebrides,
the Baal
the Baal,
and Ammon
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines
the Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
So also joining with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Selah,
Selah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sarah,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became the nobles of the earth.
Make their nobles like Hared,
Make their nose like a red,
and like Zeed.
and like the end.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes,
all their princess,
as Zebah
as Ziba,
and as Amunah,
and as Amuna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let us take to ourselves
the houses of Yahweh in possession.
the house of the Yahweh in possession.
Oh, my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burns the wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flame set the mountains on fire.
faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
Oh Yahweh.
Oh Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
In trouble.
In trouble.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Of the Most High.
Of the Most High.
Over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
That's that dope right
It's like
there.
it.
Let me not do it up.
Oh, come on. It's like, and before Cap cuts the stream, for those of you on TikTok, if you want to see the full closing of the Sabbath service, look up our YouTube, which is Isupk Indianapolis, or our Facebook, which is also Isupk Indianapolis. And one last thing, pay your $200 to get into the Lord's 55th annual Passover hosted by the Isupk.
Damn right. Go to isupk.com for more info. Go to our main classes, One West online classes. There's One WEST online classes on Facebook and YouTube and all the platforms. Shalom. Yeah, we have 500 people watching, 16,000 views for this Sabbath service. 16,000 people. Check this out.
This is the prayer for the curses in the English. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us thy prophets.
That speak against us thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure.
Of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
The Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Islam.
Christianity.
Christianity.
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Militia.
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan.
Ku Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation.
Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Skinheads.
Posse Comitatus.
Posse Comitatus.
The gay movement.
The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marines.
Marines.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
The cable access channel.
The cable access channel.
And the radio channel.
And the radio channels.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people.
Convict the spirit of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
That seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction to all the heathen.
And bring swift destruction to all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
Or try to stop us.
Or try to stop us.
From broadcasting your word.
From broadcasting your words.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
Let loose all the plagues.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth.
Through the earth.
And consume them.
And consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shah.
Let Yahweh Shah.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And punish all the heathen.
And punish all the heathen.
that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all. That is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. Always. So be it. Sar means eternal. Going to be taking the scrolls to be saluted, starting with the head priest.
Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakia.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahusha, Barakia. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakia. All right, this concludes the Isupk Indianapolis Sabbath service. Salute to the brothers, men of Israel. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim Barak. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatam. Yadumatah. Salute to the sisters watching online. Amadim Shabbat. Amadim Barak. Yahweh Shemar Al-Tham Ba'ashem Yahushua. Yadumatah. Would anybody like to be anointed at this time? I'll step forward from the show. All right, this is a prayer only the men on the podium will say. All right, this is the anointing prayer in the Hebrew. Yabaraka Yahweh. Wa Yashamarka. Yaor Yahweh. Panyahu. Alyuka. Wa Yakanka. Yasha'a Yahweh. Panyahu. Alyuka. Wa Yasham. Laka. Shalom. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Barak. Rapah. Magun.
Mawat not to zone.
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 Mawat not to zone. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The water among. This is the anointing prayer in the English. Yahweh. Bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh. Make his face shine upon thee. And be gracious unto thee. Yahweh. Lift up his countenance upon thee. And give thee peace. Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Bless. Heal. Shield. Protect. Mawat not to zone. Clap that up. Praise. All right, with that, this is